Hello and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to a Random Mayhem. Today is Saturday, October 29th, 2022. And I am your hostess, Be Random. So today I wanted to start out kind of with a little bit of a reminder of, you know, my reasonings for starting this platform, which is, supporting small businesses, crafters, giving inspiration, ideas, um, things like that. So, we'll start out, obviously, I find businesses and do videos and highlight them just, to give you ideas where to shop. But the whole premises behind it is um, uh, breaking free from the matrix one small business at a time. I write, I have my small, it's still in the baby stages, my small locals community. You can find me at randommayhem.locals.com if you want to become a member or a supporter. But anyway, what I wanted to highlight is this article that I wrote earlier this week, basically stating, just that. What I would really like to see is, basically those big corporations and businesses just taken down. I mean, they are a huge part of the problem, the matrix that we've been shoved into, and we're trying to get out of all that. So, definitely, if you haven't seen this, I did share it on Truth, but if you haven't seen this, go to randommayhem.locals.com and search for this article. Yeah, I have other articles. I post them all in here. They're all pretty short and sweet, but it's that little bit that gives the encouragement and, you know, kind of the way I view things. And many of you actually, I just, wrote about it. So that's why I am supporting the small businesses and entrepreneurs and crafters, people who maybe, want to start and don't know where to start, all those kinds of things. So that's what, um, the platform that I'm creating is all about. And again, my locals, once it gets going, what I would like for, I've said before where I would like that for, I can't even speak. My goal for the locals community is to have a place for, small businesses, crafters, creators, to have a place, another place to promote their products if they have videos, if they have promotions or sales to post those, if they have an event coming up at a farmer's market or a craft fair or anything like that, to post that. A place for people to, collaborate, get ideas, things like that. And eventually, as it grows, what I would like to do is, use the chat and have live Q&As, live chat Q&As with business owners or crafters or people with ideas, and have one specific person at a time, obviously, host it, do the Q&A and things like that. And at some point, if I learn how to live stream on that platform, I might do live Q&As that way. It's all in the future. We'll see, as we grow, we'll get there. We will get there. But yeah, that's just looking forward. So I just wanted to show you guys those things real quick. And before we get moving too far, As far as the video platform, hit the plus sign on Rumble, thumbs up on YouTube, subscribe, share. Let's get our algorithms up, our views up, our numbers up. That's the only way people are, well, not the only way, but for everyone to be seen on another platform, I guess I should say, and, promote, get the promotion out there for your businesses, get some sales, get that boost so we can break that matrix. That's what it's all about. Anyway, so of course, when I'm trolling, not trolling, not trolling, lurking, I should say, on True Social, I always highlight when I use businesses that I find on Support Small American Businesses. I highly recommend if you're looking for new products and things like that, handmade. I highly recommend you check this page out on True Social. There's new people every day, amazing products. So definitely check them out. So the first person I wanted to highlight today, which I did find on this platform, it's Homemade Courtney at Homemade05 on True Social. Um, Courtney wrote a cookbook. Um, it's paying homage to the classic cookbooks of decades past. Homemade the American Family Cookbook aims to inspire and teach current and future generations how to cook great meals at home for themselves and their families. The book is filled with classic American recipes that celebrate Midwest and family. And first of all, this is something, if you purchase it, it can be that go to book for recipes and things like that. And, I remember back in the day having cookbooks handed down to me from like my grandmother or things like that. And that's the type of book this is. Um, Also, I think, many of us are looking to get back to that more simplistic lifestyle where we're focused on, quality foods, quality family time, um, creating our small businesses, enhancing our crafts, gaining skills, because we've been shoved again into that matrix, which is like that rat race, and we can't enjoy life the way we were intended to. So, there's a huge difference if you are creating something and doing something you love. You could spend hours and hours, like, totally separate from a 9 to 5, basically an 8 hour shift, whatever. But if you're doing something you love, you can easily spend 10, 11, 12, 15 hours and it doesn't even feel like work because you're doing something you enjoy, learning about the craft that you're passionate about, creating quality product, again, more that simplistic lifestyle and relearning the skills that have been like all but disappeared because, oh, you have to. I'm not knocking college for, people that need to do surgeries and stuff like that, but how much is really needed? Do they even teach skills? No, they don't. And I honestly think this is the direction we're going, which is why I'm doing this. And there are so many different things you can do. And obviously, if you watch any of my videos, you'll see how I highlight all the different things. That being said, the link to purchase this cookbook will be in the description box below. This would make a fantastic gift, or buy it yourself or for yourself if you'd like to try something new. I mean, I know me, I'm always looking for recipes, and especially, if you live in the Midwest, you're always looking for those really good hot meals in the summertime, or not the summertime, the fall and winter and things like that, and quality foods. I would highly recommend getting this for yourself and or a gift for someone else. And it can be passed down through generations. It's just a keepsake, a useful one. Anyway, I just wanted to show you that one. So moving right along, and I feel like every time I find something regarding hand forged steel, I feel every time I think about it, I feel like that Valhalla song playing in my head, and I feel like leading into these, I should start playing it, and I actually might someday if I keep finding all these hand forged products. Anyway, this is 314 Forge. You find them at 314 Forge on True Social. The owner slash creator of these products is Jay. He makes premium cutlery, meaning like those good chef's knives. He provides professionals and home chefs with the tools they deserve. Um, Again, quality, and I would encourage you. I'm gonna go over to his site, but I would encourage you. He has like short clip videos of different things he's working on. I mean, he creates these handles also. And he does talk about those in quick clips on his True Social page. But what I'm going to do is take you over to his website to give you a quick glimpse of what he does have for sale right now. And if you click on each of these pictures, it'll give the description. This description will pop up what it is and things like that. You know, the size, the description of each product. So I wanted to show you that as I scroll down. You know, I like to do the about, but I need to take it back to the beginning. I am going to let him, anytime I find a video, I prefer them to talk about themselves. So that's what I'm about to do. It's only a couple minutes, so here we go.
314 is my father's birthday. When this thing started to become a brand, when I started to build something here, I thought it would be pretty cool to have maybe a little nod to my father, a little legacy thing. When the kids were, I had 3 boys, everybody rode and raced motorcycles. When they could, they used 314 for their race numbers. I don't know, it's just kind of a thing with us. I make knives for everybody. I'm not the guy who's going to put out a $600 knife. I kind of feel like that's out of reach for most people. I want to put a really kick-ass kitchen tool on your table at an affordable price that'll last a long, long time. I want you to use this every day. I want you to beat the crap out of it. Bring it back to me, I'll put another edge on it and keep using it for 100 years. And I think that's what we're doing. I saw a video, a guy said he was going to make a knife out of a lawnmower blade. So I thought, well, I was injured from a motorcycle accident, I had a lawnmower blade, so I made a knife. And it sucked, so I made another knife that sucked a little bit less. Kept going until we have what we have here. I don't see this getting any bigger than what it is right now. I feel like I need to put my hands on every single knife from raw materials to finished product. I'm not looking to make it any bigger because then you kind of lose that touch. I need to put my hands on every single knife. It needs to come from me, it needs to come from 314. My name's Jay, this is 314 Forge.
So, you know, see what I'm talking about? I mean, craftsmanship is huge. And he learned like the different trials and errors and things like that, and he has a skill that he can teach other people now if he so chose. And that's a knowledge that can be passed down through the family, or and I think that's so important, like developing that skill and taking pride in the craftsmanship and things like that. Obviously, he does because, like he said, he's all about remaining hands on, and he doesn't really want to get huge because of that. Excuse me. But I definitely wanted to highlight that. Those also would make fantastic gifts. Or, I mean, buy a gift for yourself, or, if you have that chef in your family. And, again, like he even makes his own handles, which is highlighted in some of his clips on Truth. And you can't, guys, you cannot find this kind of item in a store. This quality, the look, the appearance, you just can't. You will never find anything like this mass produced. You just won't. And I would highly recommend checking them out. So I did want to highlight that. Next, I'm going to take you to the goat farm. Now, originally, I found this through some going to touch on a minute. Pike Creative Services, which I'll highlight next. But I was scrolling through the Pike page, and this particular place brought me to like a screeching stop because, like a few hours ago, my son actually came down. He's like, "Hey, mom, for a gift," and I mean, we're talking young teenage son. He's only 15, right? He's like, and he's all over different websites also. He came across a hmm, set like men's facial soaps and things like that. Oh, what are they called? Kit, a set, basically a set. But he was really interested, and like what made me put on the brakes for this, it was like really seriously not long after he had said that, and it wasn't even this company he was talking about, but I was scrolling through Pike Creative Service page, and they highlighted the goat farm, their men's products. And I'm like, well, how cool is that, right? Just anyway, what they do, it says, welcome to the goat farm. We're a small family owned goat farm that makes and sells natural skincare products, including goat milk soaps, lotions, body butters, sunscreens, face serums, beard oils, and much more. Their goal is to bring their rural Alabama farm to your home with their quality and affordable skincare products, which is really cool. So you can find them on True Social, but I'm going to take you to their website and show you, some of their products right here. They have deodorants too, and you know what we have learned, salt soaks. Um, they use essential oils in their products for the oils, the fragrances, and think about it. And the deodorants, what I did read, they do not have baking soda or anything like that in them, which is fantastic because seriously, what we've learned is a lot of things we buy at the stores. I mean, they're made with things that literally cause cancer and things like that. And everything in the store is made up of every kind of chemical combination they can think of, right? So what I wanted to do is take you to, there's even a tab you can meet the goats, everybody. So I always recommend, it's what I do. I go through all the tabs, but I can spend, a long time just on one business alone. Um, they have gift boxes, seasonal fall products, Christmas products, all that. Um, but I'm going to take you down just because, you know, my son brought it up. This is their men's products. They have a beard oil bundle. They have salt soaks, pine tar goat milk soap with pure pine tar, um, natural essential oil deodorant, bay rum goat milk soap. I mean, you already know. You guys already know this stuff probably smells super amazing. Probably feels super amazing. But they do have women's products, children's, all kinds of things, right? So I wanted to highlight them because, again, you figure the price you pay for things in the store, you're paying for like a bunch of chemicals, overpriced, not good for your skin at all. And with the cost of everything now, the prices are honestly very, very comparable. I mean, when you buy these handmaids, you're buying for quality. You're buying for people that actually care. You're not buying this mass produced garbage that's fully intended to harm you. All we are to the Matrix is a bunch of dollar signs. That's it. That's all. And my opinion with that is let's keep our dollars in our communities, and um, that's why I support small businesses and communities. It's building communities and families. Yeah, we don't have to live in the same state. We don't have to live around the corner, but that's pretty much what this whole movement is about. I mean, think about all the connections we've all made to people all over the country, possibly all over the world, just through different platforms. And it comes down to breaking away from the big boys and becoming a family, and supporting each other. That's what it's all about. So I did want to highlight them. Any kind of organic natural product you can find is the way to go. So I would recommend you again. Christmas is coming. They have gift boxes. They do have gift cards. If you don't know, like if somebody likes a particular scent or whatever, that would be a fantastic gift, a gift card from this company. So yeah, I wanted to highlight them. It's a place I will be trying in the future. Um, where was I? Okay? We are going to Pike Creative Services. They're located in West Georgia. It's a small mom and pop screen printing company. They do have their own product, but they also specialize in custom apparel for schools, churches, sports teams, etc. But I ran across them several times when I've been on True Social, and I've been meaning to highlight them. It's just like I said, it's so hard to choose different products for a video because I can only, or different companies for a video because I can only do, a couple per video. And it's like, you know, having that adult ADHD, it's like, I'm going to highlight these guys and you should stop. You should stop scrolling right there, right? Because then you scroll and you're like, ooh, I like that too, kind of, right? But I did want to get to these guys because I have ran across and I didn't want to keep passing them by when they, have their own small business also. So I want to take you over to their um, site over here. It's Freedom Freak Apparel, which I think is a really cool name because, I'm a weirdo. And it's basically their freedom and patriotic gear. And, I thought, everyone wants new patriotic gear and anything like that. And, these are things, again, they're designing them and creating the product and things like that. You're not going to walk into the Walmarts and Targets and things like that and find these designs. You're not going to do it. And, it's a great way to have something that no one else has, or I shouldn't say no one else, because obviously if they sell, somebody else is going to possibly choose the one you've chosen, right? But it's not something that, you're going to find in, every store on every corner. It's, designs, even the easiest design can take, like I'm about to show you one of mine in a few minutes, but I literally spent hours on it for something as simple because, you'll do something, you don't like it, and, you keep tweaking, because visually, when you do things, when you're mm, graphics and things like that, there's a certain balance, there's a certain look, and things like that. Anybody who plays with graphics knows that. Again, though, art is subjective. What one might like, another might hate, and it just is what it is. But as the creator of graphics, you have a certain look that you're looking for, and even the easiest design can take a few hours to do. You might envision something and it's like, ew, once you get it, oh no, that doesn't even look right at all. And you keep, you have to make adjustments and whatever. So, think about that when you're looking at some of these apparel shops. There's a lot of thought and time that goes into the design alone. And then, they do the printing themselves. So, even more time. So I did want to, show you guys, and if you're looking for new Patriot gear or Freedom gear, I highly recommend checking them out. Um, they're, I just love the name of their website. It's freedomfreak.biz. But again, you can find them over here on Truth Social also, and I'll have their tag in the description box below. Yeah, and that's one way too. Like on Truth, you can just scroll and get some quick highlights of different things going on. So that is Pike Creative Services, and that is a good segue into what I created last night because I had this design going in my mind, and I've said before, like I use Spreadshop because I can't afford inventory. I don't have a heat press. I certainly don't have a digital printer. Those are thousands of dollars. Otherwise, I would be pumping things out myself, right? But Spreadshop has a new Santa hat for the season. So I made this is for our alpha men. Stay toxic, men. Just stay toxic. We like our alpha men. We do, I would say 98% of the population does. There are those who like betas, but that is not the majority at all. So anyway, I got sidetracked. So this is that's what it says. It says toxic alpha male patriot, and I actually did this design, and then when I went to choose the products to put it on, I ran across the new Santa hat. I'm like, oh, Santa's a man. So all you patriotic men out there, go buy your toxic alpha male Santa hat and wear it for Christmas. That's what it's for. Anyway, I have this design on like about 27 products. That's what it looks like on a t-shirt. Very simple, but it gets the message across, and that's the message I wanted. It could be that trigger moment message, that that message that makes people have a refit. So I did want to show you that. And then highlight one more time my Pro 2. I'm going to just I'll pull up hers because it's so much easier to read. We have our nice little rifle right there. And, I created this with the mind that people need to work hard for the message. They need to be able to read to get our message that we're trying to give them. Breaking the Matrix, guys. It literally spells FUCKYOU. People are going to have, there's some people that are going to have to work hard to understand that message. Well, like, ooh, they might be like, oh, it's just like one of those eye exams where you have to guess the letters. Yeah, that's right. Guess the letters and put them together and get the message. So, I wanted to highlight that. These are this one and this one. They're in my randomly inspired spread shops. As you guys also know, I have my Friday the 419 spread shop. I have my digital prints. The description for all that mess will be in the description box below also. So, you know, that's what we got going on today. I have so many more businesses that are on my notes to get to. Um, I think I found some really cool artists. Some of them, it might be like great gifts for like more maybe teenagers, stuff like that, but talented artists. Like you said, with Christmas coming up, things like that. I mean, you can find this is the way to shop, guys. Unique gifts. I mean, imagine, you know, even receiving a gift that there might be only a couple other people around somewhere, hundreds of miles away that might have the same thing you do. You know, not every other neighbor's you know, gonna have the same thing you have, and putting the thought and effort into knowing, the person you're purchasing for, something they might enjoy, even if it's something that nobody's ever seen before. You just never know, and I think this is the way to go. Very unique things that people will want to keep, decorate with, wear, use, all kinds of stuff. Anyway, that being said, I think we're going to go ahead and end it here. I'm trying not to be super long-winded. Um, so I'm going to say have a great rest of your day. Have a great weekend. And love you all. Bye.